Hi, I'm Dr. Ogi, and I want to talk to you about something that troubles a lot of doctors. And when I mention this word, it makes many doctors just shrink in terror. It just makes your sphincters fibrillate. Okay, and the word is risk. Wow, there's a concept. And one of the things that I found is many doctors are really afraid to take a risk. They're afraid to go out and shake and rattle the cage. And the fear is that, oh my God, if I do that, then this house of cards that I built will just totally fall apart and crumble. And that's not the case. That is not the case. One of the things that you need to be aware of is that opportunities are everywhere, all around you. And the neat thing is very often they're like a butterfly and they land at the tip of your nose. And most of us, unfortunately, we shoo the thing away because it's a bother. It gets in our way. It's in the way of our line of sight. And the truth of the matter is you have to be open enough to recognize an opportunity when it lands on your nose. And you have to grab it, sometimes with both hands, and you wrestle it to the ground and it's yours, see? But many doctors are afraid. They're paralyzed by inertia and paralyzed by fear. And I mean, Einstein used to say this, and I'm sure all of you have heard this quote: nothing changes until something moves. And I love that quote. It is absolutely fabulous, see? And Emerson once said this, and I've always remembered this, and I always talk about it on my program, and it's this: the precursor to every action is a thought. There's a thought that comes first, and then there's an action that follows it. For instance, if you look around wherever you are right now, you look at the computer that you're watching this video on, for instance, or you look around the room that you're in, or you look at the desk that you're sitting at, or the clothes that you're wearing, or the car that you drive, the house you live in, the plane that you're flying in, for instance. Anywhere look around you, everything that you see in your eye was once a thought. Somebody came up with this thing, see? Somebody saw an opportunity and it became a thought and it became real, see? And now you are living this reality. You're either own it, or you're in the middle of it, or you're flying in it, or you're driving it, or whatever, but at some point this was just a thought. And now it's real, see? And so one of the things that I want you to do is I want you to be open to the idea of taking a risk in your life and taking a risk in your practice. Because I'll tell you this, if there is no risk, there is no life. If you're not risking, you're not living. I mean, you're stagnant. And there are only two things that happen in life. Either you're growing or you're dying. There is nothing in between. There's no coasting in life. Either you are growing or you're not. It's really simple. See, I break it down to very simple principles. So you need to be open enough to be able to take a chance, take a risk. And it can be calculated. It doesn't have to be a monumental thing where you mortgage your house and risk everything that you own and everything that you have on the fact that you are going to play roulette, let's say, or blackjack, and you're going to put your house up. That's stupid. That's not a risk. That's called that's being an idiot. Okay? I would not recommend that. But sometimes things present themselves, and you need to be open enough to be able to grab this thing with both hands and say, you know what? This is good. This is a calculated risk. I'm going to take a chance on doing this. And if it doesn't show up in your life, so what? But you've tried. At least you've done something. Okay? And I say this because many doctors are very afraid to venture and take my Practice Evolution program. And they think, oh my God, I've been burnt by 4 or 5 different consultant groups and nothing has materialized. I just don't want to take a chance. Well, I got to tell you that what I do is very, very, very different, because my program is not about selling. It's not about you being a salesman. It's not about pressuring patients. It's not about coercing them into care. It's not about glitz and glamour. It is about you being absolutely amazing at what you do. It is about you becoming a phenomenal doctor. And in order to do this, you have to be able to be open enough to be able to say to yourself, you know what, it sounds good to me. I like this. I'm going to take the chance. I'm going to actually take a risk, and I'm going to call Dr. Ogi and see if he can help me with whatever it is that I'm having a challenge with. See, so here's what I'm going to suggest for you. I'm going to invite you to take a risk in your life. I'm going to invite you to complete the Practice Health Mini Checkup on my website. It's a practice diagnostic. And all it does, and complete this thing from your heart, okay? And all it does, it gives me an opportunity to have a glimpse into what it is that's going on in your practice and why this thing may or may not be growing, and we'll have a fabulous chat on the phone. I'll give you some really cool suggestions. I'll give you some really great advice. You may act on it, you may not, but the choice is entirely up to yourself. I'm not going to pressure you in any way whatsoever. We'll just have a fabulous chat together. And from my perspective, I like that because I made a new friend. Okay, and we may meet, we may not. It doesn't matter. The point being is that you've taken a chance. You've grabbed an opportunity, and you've flown with it. And that's the idea. I look forward to talking to you again. And do give me a call, Dr. Ogi, at 800-353-3082, or email me, drogi at practiceevolution.com. And you're welcome to sign up for my thoughts. Okay, and if you do want to do the Practice Health Mini Checkup, it's a practice diagnostic. And I'll have fun on the phone with you. We'll have a ball together. Take care.